Guys, my name is Chelsea and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we have a gigantic book outlet unboxing. So I actually have two boxes here because at the end of February, Book Outlet was having a buy three, get the fourth book free sale. And while I hadn't quite gotten 2 books read for every book I bought in this one, I basically have now. I think I'm going to fudge the rules just a little bit and only say we're counting the ones I paid for. So I have 9 books in here that I technically paid for and 3 free ones. So that gives me a chance to unbox this now. But otherwise, I did read 2 books for every one of the 9 books that I have in here because we just finished the Backlist Readathon and I read tons of books for that. But I just can't wait to get my hands on these anymore. I'm very, very excited for what we have in here. And like I said, I actually have 12 books in these 2 boxes. So we're gonna open them up, and I think I remember everything that's in here, but I could have forgotten a couple. They are mostly YA books with some adult stuff thrown in as well. And again, I'm just very, very excited to open these because they've been sitting on my coffee table for a couple weeks now with me pretending I wasn't jumping the gun buying these books. So let's open them up. So the first box that I have here is the lighter of the 2. So I do believe these are the adult books because I actually purchased these in 2 separate orders so that I could get a more expensive book for free with this one because all the adult books were a little bit more expensive than like the YA books. We also have one of their like bookmarky things that is a coupon thing. So that's good if I want to buy more books later. Okay, so the first one that we have on top here is going to be Magic for Liars by Sarah Gailey. I should probably say that I don't remember what the summary is for a lot of the books that I buy because I put them on Goodreads knowing what they're about and then I sort of forget about it. And I do like the experience of reading without actually knowing the summary. It is blurred by V.E. Schwab, so that's great. And I do believe it is like an adult fantasy. Yellow book under there, but like look at those end papers. That is really, really cool. Let's see. Okay, so it's supposed to be a new take on California noir. It has our main character who is a private investigator, but is also trying to investigate a hidden school of witchcraft and wizardry. Interesting. I don't think I've read anything even similar to this, but I loved the cover and it has been on my Goodreads list for a while. So the fact that it was on Book Outlet, perfect. One of my cats has found the Book Outlet paper I put on the floor, so hopefully he's not too loud. Then we also have The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. I did read Final Girls during Spookathon last year and I did enjoy what I read. And from what I have heard, it sounds like the books get better with each subsequent book. So this is an adult thriller. A young woman returns to her childhood summer camp to uncover the truth about a tragedy that happened there 15 years ago. I probably don't want to read any more than that because it is going to be an adult thriller, but I'm very excited to have this. Because like I said, I read the other one during Spookathon and really enjoyed what I did read, and I'm excited to read more from this author. Then we also have Only Human by Sylvain Neuvel. This is the 3rd and final book in the Sleeping Giants trilogy? I don't know what the trilogy is called. I love these books because of like how they look under the dust jacket. Ooh, it's very glary. I am not even going to read the summary on this one because this is the 3rd book. I own the other 2. Haven't read them yet, but now that I have the entire adult sci-fi trilogy, this is something I should get to soon. And then the last one in our adult box is going to be Hard in Hightown by Varric Tethros, who is the character in Dragon Age that writes these, with Mary Kirby, who is probably the main actual writer for this. This is something that is in-game, like talked about in-game, that is a book that a video game character writes. The only problem for me, because I've seen this on the shelf before and really, really wanted it, is that it is super short and a hardcover, and it's originally like 20 bucks. So the fact that it was on BookOutlet is great. It does also have some illustrations in here, which I think is going to be very, very interesting. And so I'm very excited for this one as well. The cat has now moved from the paper to the empty box, so that's better. Okay, and now we gotta open the second box. Okay, so the first one that we have in here is Dr. Ninth. So these are, this one is originated by Roger Hargreaves. So these are like children's type of books, the characters, and I believe the son of Roger Hargreaves actually wrote these ones, and they have one for all the doctors, I think up through the 13th. I'm not entirely sure about that. But on BookOutlet, they had some of the early doctors, and it went up to Dr. 9, and that's the one I purchased. I do want to eventually get some in the further, like, series. So, like, 10, 11, 12, that kind of stuff. I started with the 9th Doctor, so obviously I had to get Dr. 9th. And it's just, I think this is more of like a children's book sort of thing. I don't actually know. I'll have to read it and see. Getting into the actual, like, YA books, we have Girl of Nightmares by Kendara Blake. This is the second book in the Anna Dressed in Blood duology. I, again, have not read that one, but this one was on BookOutlet, and I sort of want to marathon them together since it is only just a duology. And as far as I know, it's about Anna, who I believe is already a ghost, and I think there's maybe somebody else that's trying to, like, help her? I don't know, but it's paranormal. I'm very excited. We also then have Modern Fairy Tales by Holly Black. So this is the bind-up of the 3 fairy books that she had before, like, The Cruel Prince came out. So it has Tithe, Valiant, and Ironside. I don't know much more than that, but it is going to be all 3 of her, like, original fairy books. And it has a little bit, it looks like, on the back for each book, but I don't think I want to really read into that too much either because of the fact that it is going to be a trilogy. Next, we have 4321 by Courtney Stevens. This one I have been wanting for a while as well, and so I was very excited to see it. And then this one follows, is it the 5 teens, I believe it is, after a bus explosion. So I don't know, and I don't really want to know much else about that, but this is going to be a hard-hitting contemporary. Some other very exciting ones for me are going to be Honor Among Thieves and Honor Bound by Rachel Kane and Anne Aguirre. These ones obviously are I can't speak today. These ones obviously are YA sci-fi, which is one of my favorite genres, and I've been wanting to read this series for a while, but I just, for whatever reason, haven't picked it up. They had the first 2 on BookOutlet because I believe the 3rd one came out recently or is still planning on coming out soon, and I cannot wait for this. I do believe there are LGBTQ characters in here, and yeah, YA sci-fi. We always need more sci-fi in our lives. Oh, here is another one that actually is an adult one, but apparently I purchased it in this box. This is going to be Vultures by Chuck Wendig. This is the final book in the Miriam Black series. I believe this is book number 6. I did talk about this in the 5 series that I need to finish video, which I will leave linked down below. But I did read the first 3 years and years ago, and I had the next 2 in the series, but this is the final one, so now I have the whole series, and I could definitely marathon it if I really wanted to. And then finally, we have Maplecroft by Sherry Priest. I think this one, yeah, is another adult one. This is an adult fantasy. I don't, again, know much else about it. I'm so sorry for saying that, but I do know that this is based on Lizzie Borden. So they do have, you know, like the axe here, and at the top it just says Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks, and when she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41, which is, I don't know if everybody knows this, but it was definitely something that I learned about in some sort of history class in early middle school, maybe, I don't know. But I'm very excited to see what a fantasy story about this would be. And so this has been on my radar for a while, and I needed more books to do the buy 3 get 1 free, and it just seemed very intriguing. I love the cover of this too. It's like a dark purpley blue. And so yeah, so I actually have quite a like combination, like very, very even compared to what I thought of like adult and young adult here, which I'm very excited for. And then we have the one, Dr. Ninth, which I think is a children's one. I could be wrong. It could just be like looking like the original sort of children's one of these, but it's actually an adult one. I don't know. I will read that and let you guys know in my wrap up. So that is everything I have here. Again, I purchased these things a little bit earlier than I should have for my reading goal. However, I did end up making it up over the last week, and I'm planning on reading more in the month of March anyway. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up to let me know. Let me know if you guys have read any of these, because I'm very interested to see what you would have to say, whether you liked it or not. Subscribe to this channel if you would like to see more videos. I do have videos up Mondays and Thursdays, so I will see you then. Bye!